the way you feel about somebody is not the same way, it's not always the same way they feel about you or make you feel. Because look, so I truly hope that the message I'm sharing inspires and motivates you to improve your life. Now let's get to the point. Welcome back to another episode of ToDaPointPodcast. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Glad to have you here. I have no idea how I'm going to title this video yet, but I do know the topic, and that is that you need to prioritize your self-respect. This sounds like a good title to me though, but anyway, I want to talk about this topic, and probably two things might happen. You might get triggered or your eyes might open. I hope the last one, because the idea for this video came after a personal experience that I've had last week. And I'm not going to go too much in detail, but I will tell you enough so you can use this as an example of what to do and what not to do. This idea popped up in my head after I had a conversation with a friend, a wise friend. So if you're watching this video, boo-boo, you know who you are. And she told me about the importance of choosing your self-respect over your feelings. And why did she tell me that? Well, I'm going to share it with you. It happened to be that last week I got a phone call from someone that I was no longer in contact with. Let's say it was an old fling. And this person called to apologize. It stirred up some feelings in me, unfortunately. And I told my friend about what happened. And she told me, okay, you guys are talking. What's next? I told her nothing. It's just a conversation about the past and everything that has happened, you know. And then she told me, you know what? Sometimes, or basically all of the time, you need to choose your self-respect over your feelings. And it got me thinking, she's right. So much has happened that this situationship, whatever you want to call it, ended for a reason, right? It was a toxic situation, and I came so far. I came so far to let myself get dragged in again into something toxic, right? Listen, if you go into something similar, doesn't matter if it's a relationship or past relationship or friendship, whatever ship, prioritize your self-respect over your feelings, because feelings change, but the most important thing is your self-respect, all right? If someone has disrespected you in many different ways, even if it's just in one way, and you address the issue a million times, and that person says, I'm going to change, and they don't, you need to get the hell away from them, all right? Remove yourself from the situation. Stop using your feelings to decide for you what it is that you need to do. Because if you do that, you will be looking like Boo Boo the Fool every single time, right? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. The funny thing about this whole story is, when I met this person for the first time, or I should say one of the first times, she literally told me, I'm going to give you gray hair. You know what I said? I would like a challenge. And the challenge it became. So that's why I'm telling you, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Or if they tell you who they are, believe them, right? And it's cliche, I know. We've heard this a million times, but it is cliche for a reason. In due time, everybody will reveal themselves. You just gotta give them enough time, and they will tell you, show you exactly who they are and how they are. And it's up to you to look at the red flags. Don't ignore them. I used to ignore them. I used to be ashamed of talking about what happened to me, but one day I just woke up and I realized, you know what? This experience sucks. I'm over it, but it sucks, right? But what if I can use this experience to help other people go into something similar? Because no matter how you look at it, toxicity is toxicity. It doesn't matter if it's a friendship, relationship, co-worker, whatever. Stop letting people disrespect you. Choose your self-respect over your feelings. Because here's the thing. You can be madly in love with someone, right? Or appreciate a friendship very much. But if it's not being reciprocated, it's useless, right? The way you feel about somebody is not the same the way they feel about you. Or the way they make you feel. I'm going to repeat that again. The way you feel about somebody is not the same way. It's not always the same way they feel about you or make you feel. Because look, for the example I just mentioned about this person I was talking about, I used to be crazy about her. I had this fantasy in my mind about how I would like it to be. But she showed me time and time again that she's not that person. Or I can do a couple of things, right? I can accept it and stay in the situation, or just remove myself from it and see the reality for what it is. And I wasn't doing that, and it got me in so much hurt, which, by the way, I am very thankful for, because if that didn't happen, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, talking on camera. I wouldn't have launched my YouTube channel, right? I would have stayed in my comfort zone, because if something is comfortable, why change it, right? But the pain, the frustration, the sadness, I felt the need to turn negativity into positivity. Everything I'm feeling, or was feeling and still feeling, I put it in my videos. I put it in something creative. That's why I'm saying making these videos is therapy, and I sincerely hope that whoever is watching, going to something like this, can benefit from these videos. But I digress. Prioritize your self-respect. Always. Because that's the only thing you should be able to keep constant, right? Because if you have to choose between your feelings of self-respect is the most important. Because here's the thing. Feelings change. I think I said this a couple of minutes back. Feelings change, but you need your self-respect to keep you grounded in this world, to keep you strong in this world and keep you confident, right? If you let your feelings lead the way, it will blur your vision. You will make stupid decisions. And worst of all, stupid decisions based on you wanting someone to want you. Why would you give someone so much power, right? Because if you depend on them to make you feel good about yourself, you're going to be in lots of trouble, especially if it's someone that's toxic, right? I mean, some of us, or the majority of us, have the luck to find someone who actually has good intentions. But even then, it's never a good idea to depend on someone else to make you feel good about yourself. It starts with you. It starts within. Cliché again, I know, but it is the truth. Something that I've experienced myself. And what I did realize is we're doing this unconsciously, maybe, in a way. Either way, it's a pattern. And this stems from something from your past, something that has happened. It might be your inner child that is wounded and is looking for connection outside of yourself. Now, I'm not saying that we're not made to have connections, right? Because we need connections. We are social beings. But to depend so desperately on someone else to make you feel good about yourself is an issue. Like I said, this world is messed up. I'm going to keep it real. This world is messed up. I'm not saying that everybody is messed up, but this world has some fucked up people in it. And if you depend on those people, if you attract narcissists, for example, or people in either way, people with bad intentions, it's gonna fuck you up in the end, right? That's the last thing you would want for yourself, because it can get you in such a bad situation, mentally, physically, spiritually, and you don't want to end up doing something crazy to hurt yourself or the other person. So prioritize your self-respect. I have so much more I want to talk about in this video, but maybe I should make like a part 2. Either way, this is what it is, not scripted. I just had to talk about this. Again, that friend who told me this, I want to thank you for opening my eyes, because I was almost falling into the trap of going after my feelings again. I'm not saying to not listen to your feelings, by the way, but be realistic, see things for what they are. A radical acceptance, people. A radical acceptance will get you a long way. Anyway, that was the video for today. I hope you found value in it. If so, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you're struggling with. And also, share this video with your friends and family, your cat, your dog, your goldfish, I don't know. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next one.